Hi all, and welcome to Night Rips. And we've now completed opening half of the box of this 1992 Top Stadium Club Series 3. So we're going to go ahead and continue with another 6 packs. It's going to be 6 openings in total. Done 3, got 3 to go, not counting this one. Or counting this one. So let's go get ripping. Let's see what we can find. Hopes are we could pull another draft number 1 draft choice of the 90s. I don't know if you will ever pull more than one in a box, but unless you open the packs, you never know. So let's go ahead and get to it. Again, I'm not going to dwell on a lot of these cards because this is a lot of base. That was probably the thing that a lot of people didn't like about the early 90s Stadium Club. Inserts were not quite a thing yet. So it was... I don't want to say it was boring. In today's standards, yes, it is very boring. But in the back in the time, you had a lot of cards. People would sit there and read the backs and study it and all that type of stuff. And Stadium Club was something different than basically your Topps flagship. And not that I have a problem with flagship. I like that too. But these were a lot. There was no borders. This was full photo cards. They were different. They were definitely printed on a little thicker cardstock. It really was a couple years later where it really got printed like on the real good cardstock. But still not bad. But it was definitely a different feel. There we go. Sammy Sosa. Let's see what Sammy's doing. And at this point, Sammy was already traded from the White Sox over to the Cubs. Of course, he ended his career with the Cubs in more ways than one. One of the Bars cards. Yeah, it surprised me to hear that he's yet to be allowed to go back to Wrigley. Just because he hasn't admitted to any peds. It's Barb Walt, Jeff Shaw, and the last one, Keith Miller. 5 packs to go. Yeah, I think the PED scandal that happened in the 90s probably harmed more people's careers than the cocaine scandal, the drug scandal in the 80s. Of course, the PED scandal did not put anybody in prison. Not that I remember. Obviously, like with the drug scandal, Vita Blue, he spent a year, and some other people. Part of the reasons why Pena didn't stay on the Pirates, Dave Parker didn't stay on the Pirates. Some of the names that was mentioned on that, it's sad. There's Barry Bonds. Speaking of pet scandal, that's back when he was still smaller, stealing bases, and with the Pirates, before he got traded over to the Giants and became a Giant. Of course, breaking Hank Aaron's home run record. Breaking a lot of records, honestly. But probably another one that will not end up in the Hall until after he passes. I don't know. Mike Fetters. Got a club membership come by it card. There's another one of the former Pirates that got in trouble with the drug stuff. Tony Pena. And Charlie Hayes. Come on. I'm stuck. Rodney McRae. Dave Martinez. And finally, Tom Edens. All right, 4 packs to go. There's George Bell. Nice hair. Haven't found any Members' Choice cards yet. Clay Parker. Oh, we're going to have one coming up. Frank DiPino. Let's see if it's the same one we've already pulled. Actually, right after Frank DiPino, George Brett. Mr. Royal there. It's got Scott Aldred. Alan Anderson. There's Goose. Great pitcher. Him and Rolly Fingers. Those two guys, I used to watch them all the time. They would shut the games down. Of course, nothing like the ultimate shutdown, Mr. Mo Rivera. Club membership. Glenn Davis. Joe Hesketh. Steve Howe. Scott Scudder. And Phil Planner. Okay, that's half of them. It's pack number 4. And as you notice, as I get closer to the bottom of a box of these early stadium clubs, because they are just base type cards, obviously I want to show the images and then move on, unless there are big names that we find. But by this point, we've already been seeing a lot of the big names. There's Kirk Gibson with the Pirates, former Tiger. I think he was a Dodger for a while. Been all over the place. And I think he ended as a Tiger, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, there's Doc Gooden. And of course, this is when he was getting known as Doc Gooden, not Dwight Gooden. That's cool. Kurt Wilkinson, Dickie Thon, Wayne Edwards with that. Looks like he's selling soap or something. I don't know, like a hand model. Eddie Zosky. Julio Valera. Got another club membership card. You get so many of those. I use them for bookmarks pretty much. There's Greg Olson. Melito Perez. Ken Hill. Rosario Rodriguez. And Dan Pasqua. I think Dan would be the last one. And he is. All right, 2 packs to go. There's Archie. Of course, I've got to have our checklists. Even those, I'll set them up straight. The thing I noticed with this one, the checklist were the 3 cards at the end of each series, which was different because in a lot of sets, there's a check card after every 100. So I could always tell where my markers were at every 100. But not with this one. I can only do it for every series. Looking for any advantage I could take whenever I was, when I'm sorting cards. Sorting cards takes a long time. Got the sunglasses with Riho. Another club membership. We got Dennis Cook. Chris Hammond. Rick Aguilera. Xavier Hernandez. And last card in this one, Doug Jones and his Oakleys. Guess early 90s baseball, how many different kinds of sunglasses can we find? Of course, most of them were Oakley, but it was the year of the sunglasses or the decade of the sunglasses. All right, let's see who we find here. We got Steve Foster, Zane Smith, Kirk McCaskill. Oh, here you go. This is a nice member's choice. The kid, Ken Griffey Jr. Very nice. Kevin Mitchell. We got a Ricky Henderson base card, which we've actually already seen. Him look like he's stealing another one. Probably is. Doug Henry. Rusty Merchant. We have a Nolan Ryan card here. Of course, this was, I think Nolan Ryan played, I think he played for like one more year after this. But when you realize that he was already in his 40s here. I mean, if you look, this is 92. He was actually born in 47. He was 45. Crazy. And he could still outpitch most people. One of the greats. And one of the ones I'd love to get his autograph. Yeah, I know I can find it, but you know, he's one of those ones I wouldn't mind meeting to get his autograph. So club membership. Maybe some year I'll get to go to the National. He'll be there and I can stand in line for an hour and get something signed. I know I've got plenty of cards for it. You know, I do have some of his 5,000 strikeout cards. I definitely have some of his cards I can get signed. Stripe, no stripe, upper deck. I don't know. I honestly, if I get the option, I don't know what I'm gonna get signed. And last card, Neil Heaton. All right, so definitely some great base. Definitely some Hall of Famers in here. You got Nolan and Ricky in this whole set, but we did pull quite a few. Actually, what am I doing? Started putting Ricky and whatnot. There you go. Now Ricky's in that set. I did pull a few members' choice. A few great ones, too. George Brett, Doc Gooden, and, of course, the kid, Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson, good Lord. Ken Griffey Jr. These are all cool cards. Of course, you know, they are a little bit different on the back than your standard, because there is a second card in the set with everyone here. These members' choice was just actually a bonus set. They were still part of the base set, but they were not the base. Let's put it that way. That's it for this rip. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely got two more that we're going to be doing. You know, hopefully finding another one of these number one draft choice of the 90s. Again, I'm not banking on it, because you know, we did find one, and since there are 1 in 72, good chances we're not going to find another. We probably got lucky finding that one, but who knows? Keep our fingers crossed. So make sure you subscribe so you know whenever I actually put this up, and you know, hit the bell so you get notified. Because I do put stuff up every day, not always the same stuff. Sometimes I put new stuff up. I do bounce around the product a lot. I do open a few things in other fields, but most of the stuff I do is baseball. But I look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, bye now.